Three, two, one. And I think we are here. Are we going live now? I think we are live. All right. I don't know why that comes up and it says, oh, let me move that out of the way so I can see what it says down there. I think we are live and appreciate y'all being here with us. I can tell by the hands of my Mickey Mouse that it is time for another Marshall Mitchell presentation on a Monday night. Thanks for being here. And we have old Freddie the Fender right here with us tonight. He decided to make a showing, and I'm wearing my McCarty Music t-shirt. It's where I got old Freddie the Fender many years ago. I traded 2 Servan Vega V30s and $50 for this guy. It was his second, actually the third guitar. No, it was the second guitar I ever bought. Because I traded Elliot Leatherwood, my, I can't even remember, it may have been a Carbon, I don't know, for an old Ovation. But anyway, I guess that this is one of my favorite guitars, so we're going to settle in here. Got a good show for you tonight. Got a surprise for you, too. I run across this song. We did this song, holy smokes, way back when. There was I should have had more history to it. Because, hey, Nance, who was the first woman elected to the Senate in Arkansas? Hattie Caraway. Yeah, thank you very much. See, that's why she's my best sidekick right there. Hattie Caraway was the very first woman that was ever elected to the Arkansas legislature. And the reason she was elected, one part of the reason, was because of help from a fellow by the name of Huey Long. And from the information I can gather, this song was written in 1935 by Huey Long, who was the Louisiana governor, and he was also a United States senator, and a fellow by the name of Castro Carrazo, C-A-R-A-Z-O, Carrazo, who was a band leader at one time for Louisiana State University. So I thought I'd just start off with this. Seeing as how we're all Americans here, right? We'll see how this works. Why weep and... Yeah, get the words right. Okay, here we go. Why weep and slumber, America, land of brave and true, with castles and clothing and food for all belong to you. Every man a king, every man a king, you can be a millionaire. There's something belonging to others, there's enough for all people to share. When it's sunny June or December too, in the winter time or spring, there'll be peace without end, every neighbor a friend, with every man a king. Every man a king, every man a king, you can be a millionaire. There's something belonging to others, there's enough for all people to share. When it's sunny June or December too, in the winter time or spring, there'll be peace without end, every neighbor a friend, with every man a king. Every man a king. Every man a king. Boom. Every man a king. That was his ReElect Me song right there from 1935. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I wanted to do this for you because back in my old club days, and then they change the laws, and you can't have 4 beers or you can't have 14 beers and drive to the house. So I want y'all to practice this because I'm getting ready to possibly play out again. So you never know. And when they say, okay, I want you to say your ABCDs, well, you can practice this and surprise them. ZYXWVUT SRQPONM LKJIHGFEDCBA. Me with sing you won't time next. C's BA my said I now. And they'll go, what? I don't know. Maybe I have too much time on my hands. I don't think so. But, not yet. I'm going to do this song right here because I wrote this song. There's 2 sides to every coin, the good side and the other side. And we've both been on both sides at one time or another. And they want to come back, or you want to come back. This is it. It don't matter anymore. Now that you've walked out that door, well, I'm not bothered anyhow that you've been gone a while. When you called me yesterday, there really wasn't much to say. Said you're ready to come back. Said you finally changed your act. The curtain's down, the lights are out, and the audience is gone. Streets are empty, rain is coming down, and you're on the stage alone. You're on the stage alone. You know life is hard enough, and I'm really not that tough. So you acted out your part to walk away and break my heart. Now the table has been turned, and there's a lesson to be learned. My true feelings I can show, and I tell you no. You thought you'd get me with your tears. The scars I have will last for years. Curtains down, the lights are out, and the audience is gone. Streets are empty, rain is coming down, and you're on the stage alone. You're on the stage alone. It's called The Act. Yep, we've all been there, one side or the other. Nance said she liked this song. This was on the, The Act was on my Blue album, which was recorded just recently. And is this 21 or 22? This is 22. I wrote 21 on there. I think it was 22. Nonetheless, it's recorded. But this song right here was in 2012. My goodness, it's 2012, 10 years ago. Woo, man, where's this time going? You know, I'm not getting any older. Of course, I'm not getting any younger either. Sometimes I wish you were my girl, sometimes. And sometimes I wish I were your man too. Sometimes I wish you were my girl, sometimes. And sometimes I wished you were too. Yeah, sometimes I know life gets complicated. Sometimes complicated's not all wrong. But then there comes a time, start making subtle signs, come right out and tell you in a song. Sometimes I wish you were my girl, sometimes. And sometimes I wish I were your man too. Sometimes I wish you were my girl, sometimes. And sometimes I wished you were too. Yeah, sometimes I know it's hard to sit waiting. And sometimes sitting waiting's all we do. If you take a chance, come out and start the dance. I'd like to make a little romance with you. Sometimes I wish you were my girl, sometimes. And sometimes I wish I were your man too. Sometimes I wish you were my girl, sometimes. And sometimes I wished you were too. Yeah, sometimes I wish you were too. Sometimes. What's the name of that song? I think it's Sometimes. Yeah, that was on the You Don't Know, Marshall Mitchell. You Don't Know. Yeah, You Don't Know, Marshall Mitchell. A bunch of songs over there that folks were like, you really wrote that? It was like, yes, I wrote that one. I wrote The Act, and I wrote this one here. And I went back and I looked at some of my books because I've got, like 30 spiral notebooks that I've kept over the years. And this song was written actually in 1977. But before we do that, I want to say that this portion of my program is brought to you in part by, yes, you guessed it, friends. Next time you want to go out and you want to eat, where you're going to go? Go to Tuxedos. Tuxedos. Yes, fine dining. And don't forget to remember the Wednesday $19.99 special, where you're always served with whatever we have. And, I was thinking to myself, we went out to this new pizza place the other day, and they had a menu out there. They had all styles of pizzas. You know, they had Chicago, had Detroit, had St. Louis, they had Greek, they had New York, California, Neapolitan, and some more pizza styles out there. And I came back to the house and I even Googled the ultimate guide to regional styles of pizza. So whenever you're traveling, you can find out who has what where. And, you know, Arkansas actually is quickly becoming so cosmopolitan. We need to have an Arkansas-style pizza. And, you know, one as discerning as the folks that live here. So I want you to check this out. Go to Tuxedo's and sit down and order. You can get raccoon, porcupine, armadillo, possum. And for those that like it spicy, you can get polecat and water muskin. Also ask for the chef surprise because you'll really like that. We'll be glad you did when you stop in. Go in often and bring your credit card. They'll send you home with something, I guarantee you. But you know, where is that smoke and mirrors? I forgot to get my smoke and mirrors. You know, I just have fun with it. And if you can't have fun with it, then why do it, right? Right, Nance? Sure thing. But on the other side of the coin, you know, love and love. 1977. We're going to put this on a brand new CD coming up called The Riddles and the Rhymes. Brown eyes are looking at gray skies. Gray skies look like rain. The raindrops keep on falling on my window. I wish I could be sleeping, dreaming in your arms at home. Instead, it's my guitar case as my pillow. Down some muddy old back road I've driven for so long. It seems the ruts keep getting ever deeper. Last night was in Oklahoma. Tonight we're down in San Antonio. Seems the roads keep getting ever steeper. But there's a candle in my window, a fireplace toasty warm inside, and the love of a woman keeps me satisfied. Between the riddles and the rhyme, looking through my rear view, seems I've found a clear view of who I am and that my road is right. An 8-lane superhighway or a seldom traveled byway is just the place for a one-man band tonight. Now if you dare believe it, I can take it or I could leave it, because I know there's one thing that holds true. No matter where I travel, and if all my dreams unravel, I know the roads I take lead home to you. Where there's a candle in my window, a fireplace toasty warm inside, and the love love of a woman keeps me satisfied. Between the riddles and the rhymes, between the riddles and the rhymes. Now that's a love song right there. I have to tell you that right now. I have another little love song here. And, you know, when I decided to do my list for this week, you know, and you asked me, why you keep licking your fingers? Nance asked me, why do you lick your fingers all the time? Well, that I said that if you lick your fingers and put your finger picks on, they'll never pop off. And he has been right, I guarantee you. Oh, let me get a splash of sweet tea right quick. I wrote this, oh, heck. Well, I guess 10 years ago, because it was on the 2012 You Don't Know Marshall Mitchell CD. Love song. Do this for my favorite freckle-faced girl. A freckled-faced girl in the front row of my class on the playground. She runs way too fast and I can't catch her, so I can let her know I think she is pretty and I love her so. She has pigtails, the ribbons in her hair. When she smiles, my heart jumps into the air. And all through high school, I wanted her to know I thought she was pretty and I loved her so. I could yell it in assembly. Well, I could write it on the wall. 'Cause when I am around her, I cannot seem to speak at all. While in college, I saw her now and then. She'd stop by where I worked, sometimes with her friends, exchanging glances. Was all affection I could show, 'cause I thought she was pretty and I loved her so. Well, I could announce it at the stadium. I could ride across the sky. Girl, I love you so much, but I'm afraid of heights and do not fly. A freckled-faced mom, driving in our car, taking youngsters to soccer and to choir. I finally found out. Now wouldn't you know, she thought I was handsome and she loved me so. Yeah, she thought I was handsome and she loved me so. Probably the only one. Hey, he's a handsome devil, ain't he? Well, I don't know about that, but yeah, that was on the You Don't Know Marshall Mitchell CD. Now, for those of you that are struggling out there for, you know, smoking, getting off of the tobacco, well, we have a brand new place right now. It's called Huffin' Puffin's Smokeless Shop. You know, quit smoking the easy way. They have things like this. They have Curios, breath mints, and kind words. You have that thing right there. They're mostly always open and always ready to serve. Guarantee you. Huffin' Puffin's. Easy way to quit smoking. Let's inch off of this one on that. There you go. You can say you saw it here. Huffin' Puffin's. Quit smoking the easy way. Right there. We'll be glad you did. So, I finally found it. Right there. Yep, that's my train whistle from, when did we get that? 1942? It could have been 92. I don't know. But anyway, I wrote this for one of my cowboy music for kids songs because educating kids through cowboy music. And somebody said something about the train. And I thought, you know, when did the train come through? So I want you to hop on board. And we're fixing to head on down the line. There's a train out on the railroad line, and the wheels, let's do this. I got all carried away with this because this was the intro. Now we are. All right. Woo-woo. I think I got the words too. Now there's a train out on the railroad track, and the wheels are going clickety-clack. You can hear those drivers chug as they roll on by. See the smoke and cinders rise up in the sky. Ride the train on the steel rail, roll along. Ride the train, you can help me sing this song. This is what I want you to do with me. Clickety-clack, toot, toot, chug, chug, roll on by. Clickety-clack, toot, toot, chug, chug, roll on by. Sounding good. There was a time in the United States when canals and wagons hauled all the freight. You could hear mule skinners yell as they rode the trail. But by 1830, steam would roll on rail. Here we go. Clickety-clack, toot, toot, chug, chug, roll on by. Clickety-clack, toot, toot, chug, chug, roll on by. On the valleys and across the plain, round the mountainside and down again, through the tunnel all the way to the other side. Hear that whistle blow, toot, toot, as they rolled on by. Come on now. Clickety-clack, toot, toot, chug, chug, roll on by. Clickety-clack, clickety-clack, toot, toot, chug, chug, roll on by. Join the east and the western line, coast to coast in 1869. Promontory, Utah, crowds all gathered round just to hear that very last spike driving. Come on. Where are you? Oh, there. Sound. I forget I was up one fret. Ride the train on the steel railroad along. Ride the train, you can help me sing this song. Everybody, come on. Clickety-clack, toot, toot, chug, chug, roll on by. Clickety-clack, toot, toot, chug, chug, roll on by. Roll on by. Roll on by. Roll on by. All righty. Whew. Man. Well, that's my 30 minutes. I want to tell you thank you very much for hanging with me. Practice that CBAs because you never know when it'll come in handy. And until next time, this is your old Caballero friend, Marshall Mitchell, saying adios for now. I'll see you down the dusty trail.